Hi, welcome once again to Starseed Rising 333. I'm glad you've tuned back into this channel. And if it's your first time, welcome. First of all, I'd like to thank once again all my viewers, my subscribers, my supporters, anyone that's tuned into my channel, who have watched my other videos, my readings out on YouTube. Thank you ever so much for your support, and whatever you did in the past and whatever you're about to do is much appreciated, and it does help the channel. Today I'm just going to be discussing the few messages, okay, that I received, channel messages, okay, in regards to the death of James and Majorie Etherington. Before I continue, I just want to um, give up my condolences, or send out my condolences to the Etherington family for their loss, even though um, James and Marjorie Etherington sadly passed away around 52 years ago in tragic circumstances. But again, whenever there is a murder, all right, in this case, um, there is not only a great loss, okay, in regards to the victim's family, but also to the family of those people who committed the crime, okay, because obviously the people who committed the crime, even though they didn't suffer as much of a loss as the victim's family, but obviously it's a burden that those convicted murderers, okay, their families have to, um, it's got something that it's basically, it's like a stain, okay, on their, or I should say, on their family as well, all right. And so again, I would also like to um, send out my condolences, okay, to the Launders, Ledman, and Mason family as well for their loss in terms of their siblings, okay, who took the life of James and Marjorie Etherington. But again, my thoughts and prayers is still to the family who suffered a greater loss, okay, and that is the family of James and Marjorie Etherington. Okay, now I'm just going to just tell you the name of the case, okay, involving um this murder, okay. And so if you want to read more about this, okay, the name of the case is called the case of Charles et Alva or something like that, okay. So if you personally, or the viewer, want to read more about this case, this is the name of the case. Now there's some bits that is accessible to the public, all right, but if you are in the legal field, then I guess that you'll be able to have greater access, okay, to uh, all the information pertaining to this case. All right. So again, these are channel messages regarding the murder or the death of James and Marjorie Etherington. Now, James McDonald Etherington, okay, and his wife Majorie Olive Etherington was murdered on the 10th of June 1971. As I said earlier, this happened about 52 years ago on the island of St. Lucia, which is a small island in the Caribbean in the West Indies. Okay, now I'm just going to just tell you a little bit about Mr. James Etherington. Mr. James Etherington and his wife Marjorie lived in Goodlands, which is just outside the main town, Castries. Okay, and Goodlands is sometimes also referred to as the Mon. Okay, um, and they lived in a house belonging to Geest Industries West Indies Limited. Okay, but no, but now, Geest Industries is no longer trading. Okay, the company was sold to two different companies. Okay, and they basically uh, was a company, okay, that dealt with the trading in bananas. All right. Now, Mr. James Etherington, okay, worked as a general manager for the company from 1964 until his untimely death in 1971. All right. Now, um, the three convicted for killing the couple was C. Launders, better known as Charles P. Bledman, better known as Forcher, and C. Mason, better known as Florius. Okay, they were convicted of murder on the 23rd of October 1971 and sentenced to death. All three prisoners appealed their convictions on the 13th of March 1972, but their appeals were dismissed. Okay, and if you were to read on the top part of um, the document, okay, the appeal document, it says something about something that they something about not being it was dismissed, but they're not sure, okay, whether this was done without prejudice. Okay, now I'm not someone who is qualified in the legal field, so I don't really know too much about what that means. But they said that there's just a question mark regarding this. All right, and I later found out when they say without when they use the word prejudice or non prejudicial, it probably means that maybe it's something to do with maybe some the whoever was convicted. It's they don't know whether if it's to do and they someone appealed to the against their conviction. They don't know whether if it's something to do because of their disability, race, um, age, gender, etc. Okay. Now, again, okay, I don't. A lot of people don't know. All right, that also another reason why um, the appeal was dismissed. Um, and some people probably may suggest that it could be because there was substantial evidence, okay, to convict those linking to the crime, okay, as well as a lot of money, time um, was spent, in order to get all the evidence that they needed, all right, to bring those uh, prisoners, okay, or to convict, or in other words, to um, bring some form of justice, okay, uh, to Mr. James and Mrs. Majorie Etherington. All right. Now, what I want to do is just tell you a little bit about before I go a bit further, okay, about a lot of the messages that was channeled to me, okay, regarding to this case. I just want to just talk about all the some of the events, okay, that happened, and when I put everything together, um, there was a reason. There was a reason why I had to make this video. and there was also a reason why, I received channeled messages, okay, to um to confirm, okay, now, because there was a lot of rumors, okay, in regards to this, regarding or surrounding the death of this couple, okay. So this is going to be like a confirmation, okay, to all the rumors and what was said, okay, in regards to um regarding to this case, okay. Now, I think I've already, I mean, my previous videos have said, okay, that I was born in this country, okay, and I spent most of my childhood in St. Lucia, okay. This is where my parents were from, even though they were married here or in this country, but um they were part of the Windrush generation, okay. They came here and then they decided to go back to St. Lucia, okay. And what it is, okay, the first place where my parents lived was a place called Summersdale. All right, was a place called Summersdale, and then we later moved to a house, okay, which was on what they call the Mon, or the area was called Mon Fortune, okay. And then what it is, my dad bought a plot of land in an area called Goodlands, all right. And so we later on we moved from rented property into our own uh, house, okay, the house that my dad built. All right. Now, um, obviously, it was not just me; it was me and my sister. Okay, my sister who is 4 years older than me. Okay, and what it is, all right, that when my sister, my older sister, all right, she started secondary school. Um, she got friendly to somebody. Okay, she had a good friend called um I'm not gonna really name the name, okay, because I think it's better I don't name names. But she was good. Basically, she was a good friend, okay, to somebody, okay, who whose mom, okay, later dated someone who is very much linked, or this person who I'm going to mention, all right. And they were very good friends, okay. And we used to actually like on, I think there's on one or two occasions, okay, where that I actually, okay, as a child, I went to this man's house, okay, who I'm going to mention, who is the key, all right, to what happened to this couple, okay. Now, it wasn't on later on, then doing this video, okay, speak before I um discuss, okay, what is it that's been channeled to me, then I've come to realize, okay, there is some link, okay. And further on, um one day, I was just meditating, and I saw uh the vision, okay, of the Banana Association in St. Lucia, all right. And this man, okay, was um a manager, okay, of this particular company, okay. And also, there's just some other little signs, okay, signs such as, I mean, like one day I went inside the shop, and something just directed me to look at this cleaning product, okay. It was called Zoflora, okay. And one of the uh, convicted murderers, okay, who for this, which is associated with this case, okay, his name is Florius, okay. Then I was walking one day, I saw an old woman. I didn't see her face, but she was holding a rope in her hand, okay. She was holding a rope in her hand, which I found a bit odd, okay. But she was holding like a rope in her hand, and it was tied. It was tied, okay. There was a knot in the rope, all right. And then another time, okay, I was sitting on my bed, and something just told me to look on the windowsill, and I saw another piece of rope, okay, a long, or I should say a or string, but it's more like a little thin rope, okay. And then when I was walking, you know, to the shops, I saw like a lot of there was a lot of fire brigades, okay, parked along the road, and then it just um apparently a house was on fire. I just thought it was just maybe a training exercise or something like that. But a house was actually on fire. Okay, and then obviously this thing about the I keep seeing like McDonald leaflets and things like that. So, and the victim, okay, the gentleman, okay, his name, part of it, you've got McDonald in his name. So all these little things, these little signs, all right, um, is to just say to me that, you know, that there is something here in pertaining, I should say, to this case. Now, another thing is, okay, I just want to because I was guided to, okay, by the ancestors, my spiritual team, and Allah the creator, okay, I call him Allah because I'm a Muslim, all right, to um just here mention, okay, a channel message which I got from one of the murderers, okay, because I'm a medium, I'm a psychic, a high priestess, okay. I do, as I said, connect to the spiritual realm, and I also do readings out on YouTube as well, okay. Now the channel message I got, okay, it was from this convicted murderer, okay, um, called Charles Launders, all right, better known, okay, as, well, Tia Launders, okay, better known as Charles, all right, and the message, okay, that was channeled to me from him, okay, as I said, he was one of the killers. He said that he was very sorry for what he did, and he also said that he should have walked away. He should have walked away when Florius told him that he was paid to kill the couple. All right, because obviously I'll go more into detail, but I'm just telling you, and I hope this is going to be some words of comfort, okay, for to the Etherington um family, all right, to tell you, all right, that he is very sorry for what he did, all right. Now, whether or not before he was hung, okay, because he was sentenced to death, whether or not that he ask the Most High for forgiveness, I don't know. Okay, that wasn't channeled to me. But however, when I was receiving that message, I could feel a sense of grief here. You know, a sense of grief, and I felt this emotion. It was very, very heavy, and I started to cry. Honestly, I started to cry, right? So, you know, and you know, for some of you viewers who don't know, okay, this, I'm just telling you this as a spiritualist, okay, when somebody dies, okay, the soul itself has to go through a transitioning process, okay. So even if, let's say, whatever, even if someone does something wrong, all right, and they don't want to admit they did something wrong, or don't want to accept it, or they're just being stubborn, okay, when this person passes away, whatever it is that they don't want to admit, or they're trying to deny, okay, they are going to still face justice, okay, because the ultimate judge is Allah the creator, all right. Now, the other bits, okay, or that were channeled to me, okay, I just want to just tell you this, and obviously I am here to speak the truth, all right, and I have to say what has been channeled to me, okay, whether those or viewers who do not like what I'm saying, And you know, if you want to like get the police involved or try and accuse me of anything, I am willing to take a lie detector test, and I know for sure what I will pass with flying colors. All right, I will pass this test. This is not something that I'm making up. This is something that is channeled to me by the Most High, you know. And whenever there's a loss of life, especially if it was um, um, this happened under tragic circumstances, especially when it comes to um, a murder. Okay, the victim is not going to rest until all those who were responsible for the murder, all right, to be brought to justice. All right, to be brought to justice. All right. Now, whether it is, this gentleman, okay, whether he's alive or not, although from what my spirit, I believe that this man has passed away, but you know, I think it's very important, all right, even for his family to somehow accept, okay, what was channeled to me regarding um, Mr. And Mrs. Etherington's uh, death. All right. Now, I'm just going to just tell you now what other messages that has been channeled to me. Now, Mr. Abel Giaro, who was an employee for Geest Industries Ltd, okay, met up with Mr. C. Mason, who was better known as Florius. Mr. Giaro told Florius that a former employee of Geest Industries had to go to court because this person was accused of stealing from the company, and they wanted Mr. Etherington to be killed. C. Mason, better known as Florius, agreed to kill Mr. Etherington, but he knew he couldn't do it alone. Mr. Giaro suggested to Florius if he needed help, he should just lie to his friends or whoever he was going to ask to help him to commit this crime, to lie to them, okay, and convince them, okay, that he just wanted help to rob uh, the house, okay, where the couple was staying, okay, and tell um, whoever was um, going to help him, all right, that the house had a safe with lots of money. Okay, and so that was in order to entice, okay, his accomplices to help him to carry out um, uh, this robbery. But really, the motive, okay, was murder. All right. And if you were to read any of I think if it was if you were to read, okay, the what is available to the public, all right, especially if you're not in the legal field, there are statements, okay, made by Fortuna, okay, that says that they didn't know, okay, they didn't know, okay, that the whole what the underlying motive was. All they knew was that they just went there to rob the couple, okay, but it wasn't until when they got to the property then they were told by Florius, okay, that he was paid, okay, by someone to kill Mr. Etherington. Okay, so sadly, all right, the true motive, okay, for Mr. Etherington's murder was envy. Okay, was envy. All right, was envy. Okay, and it was carried out, okay, as I said earlier, by C. Mason, C. Launders, and P. Ledman, okay, on the basis of a lie. All right. So this man, okay, which Florius was talking about, okay, that paid him, that was um in trouble, okay, for stealing the company's money. Okay, this was a fictitious character. Okay, it was a fictitious character. Okay, it was a lie. Okay, that was told to him by Mr. Abel Giaro. Okay, and the reason why Mr. Abel Giaro wanted said that told this lie, okay, because he was envious, okay, of Mr. Etherington. Okay, he was jealous of Mr. Etherington. Okay, and the reason why, all right, he was jealous of Mr. Etherington because he wanted his job. He wanted his job. Okay, and you know what, when I was a child, okay, and at that time there was a lot of because these are things, all right. This whole thing that happened to the Etheringtons, okay, I remember hearing stories about it, about the couple. I didn't remember the bit um about the bit that they were tied, okay, before the house fire, all right. But I remember stories about the couple. I remember about people were saying that they that Scotland Yard, okay, there was members from the Scotland Yard had investigated the crime, all right, and that how the unfortunately the two the victims were burnt alive, and things like that. But it was just little patches here and there, okay, and a lot of the things that I heard, okay, as a child, okay, which was talked about among the community. A lot of it was confirmed when I went in to do my own research. And another thing, okay, that I people were saying as well as a child, they said that Mr. Abel Giaro, okay, he was he was basically somebody who worshiped the devil or Satan. Basically, he was a Satanist. Okay, and even his ex-wife admitted that he was a Satanist. All right. Okay, the man who paid, okay, these people to kill the Mr. Etherington, and I will say the couple because of, unfortunately, although the person that he wanted killed, okay, was Mr. Etherington, but unfortunately, okay, they killed the wife as well. Okay, so the wife died as well. And it was done at the basis of a lie, and the underlying motive was envy here. All right. Now, people may say, oh, well, why didn't if Mr. Giaro, okay, paid the people to kill the couple, all right, why wasn't he convicted? But you know what, I mean, if you are somebody that is that deals with the devil, okay, there's a lot of things attached to it, okay, and a lot of those people who do or linked with um say doing devil worship, okay, or either Luciferian or in some form of draconism and things like that. A lot of them do what they call dark arts, okay, mostly known or so-called black magic. And even as a child, all right, even as a child, I was saying that that something was done. There was spell work that was done. That's why the people weren't able to say, especially when they said people at that time. But obviously, by doing my own research, it was Florius, okay, that was paid by Mr. Giaro, okay. But obviously, Florius at that time, um, he didn't know, okay, he didn't know what that Mr. Giaro lied to him to say that there was somebody that stole from the company, blah blah blah, and wanted Florius didn't know. Okay, Florius didn't know. All right, that it was Mr. Abel Giaro, okay, wanted the man killed because he was jealous. As I said, the main motive was envy. He wanted the man's position. And another strange thing, and you know, sometimes I know that they said it's not always good to listen to gossip, but I think again, maybe before this man became general manager of the company, maybe he was already Mr. Giaro was working for the company, and maybe whoever was their general manager before this person maybe resigned, okay, and he wanted this post, and then obviously Mr. Etherington got the post, and he was seething, because obviously remember that jealousy leads to envy, and then envy leads to murder. Okay, but definitely one, and then it's and a lot of people did find that strange, okay, as well, that he was the first person on the scene as well when the house was on fire. He was the first on the scene, and later he became general manager of the company. So these are just very things. It's very It was, I think, a lot of people got suspicious. Okay, a lot of people got suspicious. All right, and even though like my parents, okay, went back to St. Lucia in 1977. 1977, and people were still talking about this. People were still talking about this and saying that this man, Mr. Abel Giaro, got away with murder. But the reason why he got away with murder is because spell work was done on the case. All right, and me being a spiritualist, I could tell you that. I could tell you, and this is what was confirmed to me. And as I said, that his own ex-wife said that he was a Satanist. Okay, and she even claimed, all right, that he was responsible for killing or sacrificing their son, because apparently their son was reported missing, and then later on, there was people said that they found the body of his son miles away, near a place where this company that used to operate in St. Lucia called Hess. So we mustn't dismiss that, because I mean, for you viewers who think that dark arts is not being practiced or not being done, or what they call so-called black magic, it is being done, and a lot of spell work was done on this case. So the truth cannot come out, but I was guided um to talk about this, to bring some form of closure. All right, because as I said, whenever there's been a loss of life, whenever there's a murder, the whoever was the victims themselves, they're not able to sort of like rest in peace until all those who were responsible or accountable to be brought to justice. Now, I don't know in this case how that's going to be done, because yes, it's true that those three were convicted, okay, for killing the couple, but I'm not sure if Mr. Abel Giaro is still alive, and if he isn't, he is not going to go unscathed, okay, about this. He is going to receive karmic justice for what he did, and I just hope whatever that's been channeled out there, I just hope it gets to the Etherington's family, and bring some form or these are going to be words of comfort to them, to know that um, that the truth is out now. Okay, or the truth is, and to confirm all the rumors that was going on surrounding this case. All right. So once again, I'd like to thank all my viewers, my supporters, my subscribers, anyone that have tuned in, okay, to watch my videos, my readings out on YouTube. Thank you ever so much for your support. And if you did enjoy listening or watching this video, please don't forget to click the like button, subscribe or share, or just leave a comment. Thank you for watching. See you next time, and goodbye.